Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I just wanted to talk about sort of what I think is going to happen in the future with Bitcoin, and because I really think it's important whenever you're trading a coin to have a long-term plan, not only a short-term plan. So if you bought some Bitcoin and you're just like, okay, I want to hold on to this for a long time, I think you should have a plan on when you're going to sell, or a certain goal to hit before you sell. Because what I think is happening with Bitcoin right now, as I'm going to talk about in this video, won't happen forever. So anyways, let's get right into it. So a lot of people talk about, Bitcoin is a bubble and, it's going to crash and blah, blah, blah. And while I do think it's partially true, which I'll explain in a second, I also think it's false in terms of the very long term. So if we go ahead and look at the price history of Bitcoin, as you can see here, this was the first spike in its value where it hit pretty much $250. And as you can see here, when this happened, this spike was insane. This spike was insanely fast. It went up like, hundreds of percents. Let me get back to it. It went up super fast, right? So, why I think what's happening right now is dangerous for a lot of people is because I think once this trend is over, right? Because we see this in the history of Bitcoin. It pumps up to a certain price, right? So here we have 1,200, around that. And then what it does is it consolidates for a while at a higher price than before. So if we look here, it started at like $15 and then it pumped over here. And then it consolidated at around $100, and then it pumped again right here, and it more than doubled every time that happens, right? But if you sold it at the top of the pump, you would have made way more money than if you just held on to it for a really long time, right? So that's what I think is going to happen here once again. Now, the bad thing about this is now that Bitcoin is so much more popular, because of how much it is pumping right now, how much the price is increasing, I think once it does correct again, once it does this again, once it gets to its all-time high and then it just consolidates and it goes on a downtrend like this again, once it does that, I think that's when the media and everyone's going to be saying, well, I told you so, the Bitcoin bubble is over, now everything's dead, everyone lost money. Now, I disagree with that, but I do think it's going to follow its same pattern that it's been doing. So my personal goal, what I want to do here with Bitcoin, since it's at $5,000, is I'm going to wait for it to get to around $6,000 or $7,000, and the second I see, I think once it goes up to $7,000, the second I see it make a move like what it's doing right now, once it starts to go on a downtrend, I'm selling off. That's my personal opinion, because I think once it does hit the top of this insane, increase, I want to put this into perspective for you guys. If you guys saw any altcoin do this, right, you'd think that it's going to correct. The only reason why you guys don't think it's going to correct is because it's Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is just like any other altcoin, but it happens a lot slower. And it is on an overall uptrend in terms of the very, very long term. So, anyways, guys, what I just wanted to say in this video is pretty much, if you don't want to lose money, if you want to hold Bitcoin for 10 years, I do think you'll make profit. But if you want to buy in right now and say hold it for the next few months, I think you might be upset because Bitcoin has already hit its all-time high and is already on its way back down to consolidate at its price like it did over here. Now, of course, this is all just speculation, so I may be wrong. Maybe Bitcoin just continues this forever, but I honestly do not think that's going to happen. I think it's going to go into one of these periods again. Yeah, guys, cryptocurrency can make you a lot of money, but it's also a very scary place. So I think you guys should really pay attention to what's happening in the markets, just because what Bitcoin's doing right now happens at this rate every year, around that rate. So you can of course make money in altcoins, but once that happens to Bitcoin, I would just watch out for cryptocurrency in general. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm gonna upload one more video today since I didn't upload one yesterday. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. I really gotta hold on.